Hi there, my name is Mackenzie H, and welcome to the final episode of the second season of my podcast series and stuff like that. Holy hell, we're already at the end of the second season. We're at the exact same that we were at the end of last year, and that is honestly incredible. Yeah, that is so weird. It is very weird because of the fact that it's been over 3 months since the end of last year, and that is so weird. It's crazy. I don't like that fact, but it's a true fact, and it's there, and I hate that. So, since it's the last episode of the series, not the series, it's the last episode of the season talking about media, I figured what better topic to talk about than my old Mackenzie H channel. You've heard me mention it a couple times, but you've never heard me talk about any of the videos that were on there, mainly because I privated most of them, because I was getting bullied for them. I privated most of the videos. But I think going into like halfway through this year, I might start unprivating them. My phone is going off. Can you shut up? Now is not the time. I'm trying to record. Oh, Freddie, piss off. Yeah. I'm also choosing to do an episode on myself because I didn't plan today. I didn't plan today. I fucked it up, and I didn't properly plan what I was meant to be doing. So yeah. We're gonna go through the old videos that I made back in between 2018 and 2021. So let's start. So we're going to start with a bit of background history. So for context, I created my channel after a couple of months after my school channel got deleted. I started using my school channel for more private videos within the last year of school, and then it was time for me to move on to high school, and I thought I'd create my own channel just for me where no one else could have a say. And so I created Mackenzie H. It was a shorter version of the title of my last channel, Mackenzie H GMS. GMS was the school that I went to, but that is no longer relevant. So I just put Mackenzie H. And that was great. It wasn't until June, the 15th of June 2018, that I uploaded my first video, just simply titled Welcome to my channel. It was a 20-second channel trailer. To this day, it has 68 views and a 28.6 like ratio, which is 2 likes and 5 dislikes. Yeah, it wasn't until the 30th of July that I uploaded my next video, which was a Surgeon Simulator video that I actually, in the description, I deemed not suitable for those under the ages of 11 or 12. I'm reading the description right now, and that's what it says. That's quite funny, considering the fact that I wasn't much older than that. I was 13. But yeah, it was a Surgeon Simulator video that was recorded on my tablet with no game audio, just the microphone. So at random points throughout that video, you could hear me silently singing the music that was there with no audio, no game audio. It was very bad, as you can imagine. I have better ways of recording videos now, but yeah, I tried to make it work, but it didn't really. In that video, I said something which said, this music is giving me the kicks. And I tried to bring that funny, like, I thought that phrase was funny. I thought it was funny because I showed it to my then girlfriend and her friend as well. I thought it was so funny. And in fact, I tried to bring this meme back, but it just never worked. Yeah. I think it was also around this time that I tried to record a try not to laugh video, but that never worked out. The next video I made was on the 4th of August 2018, which was just titled Trying My New Teleport Skills. And it was really stupid, but it was basically ripping off a video that a friend of mine did. So basically, it was just recorded on my phone. Well, no, it wasn't. It was recorded on my tablet. And I just snapped on my finger, and I would pause the video, move to a different spot of the house, and then snap it again and unpause it, and it would look like, yeah, I'm sure there were good transitions in there, but I just didn't. It just wasn't really that important. The next video was honestly kind of important, even though it's not really. But it's Five Nights at Freddy's 1 Phone Go Calls starring Mackenzie. So what this was basically voice acting, even though I was terrible at it. It was uploaded on the 10th of August 2018, and it was bad. It was bad. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, it was basically just me finding gameplay footage on the internet, muting everything, and then putting my vocals over it, and it was just me reading the script that I found on the... I think it was the Five Nights at Freddy's wiki fandom. And this was a time where I was really into Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah. I might actually have to go back and watch some of these old videos, trying my new teleport skill. It's 30 seconds long, but I kind of want to go back because it's just footage of the old house that we used to live in, and I'm a whore for nostalgia. Yep, nothing wrong with that phrase. The next video that I uploaded was the first video to reach 1,000 views, both as an individual video and for the channel. It pushed the channel over 1,000 views, and I actually did a big celebration for it. But it was a Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 5 soundtrack. And I basically just uploaded this for myself. So it was a song that I really liked. It was a theme from the game. And what it was I noticed that in the game files, the song had like 10 or 15 seconds of silence at the end. So what I did was I just made the song louder because it was too loud it was too quiet in the original thing that I got. And then I cut out the end bit. And to this day, it was uploaded on the 16th of November 2018, and it has, to this day, I think it's still public. It is still public. It's one of the few videos that remained. But to this day, it has 2,211 views and 55 likes. So, pretty good. Pretty good. I'm happy with that. The next video was uploaded 2 days later, and it was FNAF 2 Phone Go Calls starring Mackenzie. It was just the same thing as the last time, except I made a point in the description to tell the people how long it took for me to make the video. The video is 14 and a half minutes long, sorry. And I said, hey guys, just wanted to point out, this took a grand total of 3 hours to record, edit, and finalize the video. Fucking Mackenzie, if you think Mackenzie, if you thought that 3 hours was a long time to spend on a video, you haven't tried enough. You haven't tried enough. Just you wait until the 100 subscribers special. This next video wasn't really important, so I'm just going to skip over that. But on the 14th of December, 2018, I uploaded the Stanley Parable voiced by Mackenzie, the first one. So, at this point, really into the Stanley Parable. I mean, really into the game. It's such a great game, and I absolutely loved it. But basically, it was me taking the Freedom ending and putting my voice over it. And I would reuse this idea multiple times. I also said, oh yeah, by the way, this is ending 1 of 18. I never finished the series. I did remasters, but I never finished the series. And I think the remasters are better. But I reckon if I did those again, I could probably do it better. And I'm actually considering doing it. I'm actually considering like trying something like that again. I uploaded 3 of these over the course of the next month. No, that's a lie. I uploaded the original and then 2 more over the course of the next month. And then I did this sort of special announcement where I was going to, I think I was going to put my voice into the game using mods and coding. It never worked out because I am a big stupid dum-dum and I never really tried. I uploaded the 4th one about a month after the 3rd one. And then I did something that I think is pretty cool. The Stanley Parable 2011 interactive activity. So what that was basically me recording all of the endings from the original 2011 Stanley Parable mod for Half-Life 2 and uploading them as a kind of interactive thing for YouTube. So you know how in like YouTube Choose Your Own Adventures, at the end of the video you get to pick a choice. Like it'll probably be one of 2. Where it's like you could go left or you could go right into the gates of hell. Something like that, and then you click it and it'd take you to an unlisted video. That's basically what I did with the 2011 Stanley Parable mod. And I think it went pretty good, you know? I was quite happy with that. Yeah, there are still a couple views on that. There are 18 views on the original video that starts it, and then like around 5 views on everything else. Yeah, so, from about the 20th of February to the 27th of March, I did this thing where I would slowly, like, announce a new novel that I was working on, because, during 2018, I was really into, like, making novels. I think I mentioned in an earlier podcast, non-creative writing, that I made, like, little stories, in primary school. I think I mentioned Detective Jones. I also mentioned the Stanley Parable novel. But yeah, I tried to write a Stanley Parable novel, and I was actually considering like getting the rights to it and selling it. And I know now that that's something I could never get away with. But yeah, but it's good to know that I have what was left, because then when it eventually comes time for me to decide, hey, I want to write a book, or I want to write a novel, or I want to write a story, that I actually have a story and a universe that I can expand upon. On the 28th of March 2019, I just uploaded a silly video of me dancing to Johnny Be Good, while me and Kyle were in the radio station for the youth radio that we were doing. I posted a video about having a website. I don't think that's running anymore. I'm not sure if it is. I hope it isn't. Yeah, I started putting check out my website in the description of every video. I'm looking for something that's more important. Yeah. On the 30th of May 2019, I stopped uploading on the channel because I needed to. I just wanted a break, and I wanted to come up with new ideas. And it was after this point that I started becoming more of like an actual like YouTuber, I guess, where like proper webcam reactions. It was a reacting video that was playing Happy Wheels back when Flash was a thing. There was a challenge where I would remain mute for 20 minutes and only communicate to the audience using a screen recording of a Google document. It was quite funny. I started uploading back on the channel on the 1st of July 2019, and then I uploaded on the 2nd, and then the 3rd, and then the 5th, and the 8th. That was funny. On the 8th, 1 week after I started uploading, I said, I'm sorry, I'm not uploading for a few weeks. That was fucking funny. I uploaded Five Nights at Freddy's, 3 phone guy calls starring Mackenzie. Yeah. That was pretty cool. I did middle school. Not middle school, Riddle School. What's wrong with me? But like, I don't know if you guys remember Riddle School, but it was a really fun game from back in, I don't remember how long ago, but it actually took the creator like 10 years or something to finish the final game. But it was a really cool series. And I'm kind of sad it's gone. I mean, I haven't played it. I should probably see if I can play it. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I uploaded 2 videos on that, and then I uploaded 1 unlisted video of me just getting unnecessarily angry at the game for almost 10 minutes. On the 26th of July 2019, I uploaded a pretty cool video that to this day I'm still kind of proud of. Ridiculous Stanley Parable commercial. What that basically was me basically making a fake commercial for the Stanley Parable that was just absurd and off the rails. Now, this ad is important, especially the character that voices over the whole thing, and we'll come back to that later. But for now, we need to move on to the next page. And the only way for it to do that is for YouTube Studio to load faster. So I'm just talking to fill the time while we wait, because there's not a whole lot I can do. I do ba-do, do ba-do. There we go. On the 26th of July, I uploaded the Stanley Parable voiced by Mackenzie updated, basically remastered, where I basically just did it again, did the first Stanley Parable video again. But on the 2nd of August 2019, I uploaded the Beginner's Guide voiced by Mackenzie H. Just voiced by Mackenzie Part 1. So, this is pretty interesting. The Beginner's Guide was a game that was made by, or partially made by Davey Wreden, who actually wrote the Stanley Parable. And it was a very cool game. It was very interesting. A lot of mystery behind it. A lot of theories. Yeah. On the 25th of August 2019, I uploaded the Mackenzie H highlights from when we from 1,000 views, which is basically just my favorite parts from the videos that I had. Actually, looking back at these, there were a lot more videos than what I thought there were. Don't get me wrong. There's more videos from like 2018 and 2019. There's more videos from 2020 than there is from 2018 and 2019. But still, my God, that's a lot. Yeah. Okay. Right. I tried to make a Patreon page. That didn't work out. I uploaded the second Beginner's Guide video. There were 6 parts of that. Yeah. There was a video where I purposefully made sure that the audio and the video were out of sync, and that was really weird. I don't know why I did that. But on the 30th of September 2019, I put up a trailer for my short film, The YouTube Algorithm. It was a short film that me and Kyle had made together, and it was pretty cool. I was quite happy with it at the time. I'm not right now. But I actually had to take the video down and re-upload it because of a copyright claim. So it didn't come out when the date said so. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. That's something that happened. Oh, God. Reading reviews for the Wonder Boner on Amazon. This was another video that I put an age recommendation on. 14 years and up. This video, to this date, has 94 views. And basically what it was a 20-minute video of me reading Amazon reviews for a product called the Wonder Boner. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's not a sex thing. What it is a fish deboner that was advertised in the 80s or 90s, I believe. And it was a real product. I've yet to see one. I've yet to gaze my eyes upon the one deboner. God, this clip is going to be taken out of context. Yeah, but yeah, it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny, just me laughing at dick jokes for like 20 minutes, and I put an age rating on it. But the age rating was low enough so that my friends could still watch the video and laugh at it. I don't know why I put age ratings on these things. Like, it's funny because I don't put age ratings or like content warnings or anything. I just upload it, and if it finds the right audience, that's fine. If it doesn't find the right audience, then let people complain. I really couldn't care if people don't like my content. Just go and watch something else. Yeah. I made another welcome to my channel trailer in the 13th of October 2019. It has 100 views exactly and has a 62.5% like ratio. I actually need to go and watch that video. That'd be cool. I'm not quite sure what this is. So, yeah, it was around this point that I was still really into Five Nights at Freddy's. But there's a video here titled Fazbear Entertainment Safe Room Footage. I'm not quite sure what that pertains to, but I'm gonna watch that later to find out. Yeah. So it was from this point that I started going back into like my proper kind of stereotypical YouTuber thing, where I had a layout, kinda. I had a thumbnail layout. It was so weird seeing my old logo back before I redesigned it. That's so cool. It's such a time capsule. Like I said, I'm a nostalgia whore. Yeah, but it's official. I've run out of ideas. New challenge. That's all one title. It has 3 views. Okay, that's funny. It was a video that I put a lot of effort into, and it's got 3 views. But yeah. Basically what this was me doing a challenge where I tried to put every sock I owned onto one foot. That was it. It was dumb. It was stupid. I might do it again. Yeah. But that was alright, you know. I put a lot of time into that video. Probably about like better part of a day. It's 13 and it's like 14 minutes long. The next upload was on the 19th of October 2019, and it was a 10-second video of me shouting at a bird while recording something on a hill. That's it. Just the bird made a noise and I said, "Excuse me, I'm trying to film here." But I didn't just say it, I yelled it at the bird. I don't know why. On the 5th of November, I uploaded 2 videos that kind of played into this whole story that I was going to start. Yeah, so the story, the whole story starts with the YouTube algorithm, the short film that I made with Kyle. And these 2 videos that were meant to be uploaded afterwards, after the release of the short film, they got they were meant to kind of drive the story forward. Yeah, so it was the 9th of November that I re-released the short film because I couldn't, because it had copyrighted music, so I had to remove that and edit it back. Yeah. On the 14th of December, I uploaded a reaction video to the new Bendy in the Dark Revival teaser. That game has come out. Honestly, I'm going to talk a little bit about it, but I feel like that game severely underwhelms. I feel like it's no longer a bendy game. It's still a really cool game, and it's really nice to look at, but it doesn't have the same, like, 2017 aesthetic, like 2017, 2018 aesthetic that the original Bendy had, and that's why I prefer that game more than Dark Revival. Yeah. Next few videos are kinda unimportant. I played a game where I played Five Nights at Freddy's 1 on my phone. I played VR. I played VR on an old Space update. I uploaded some music. Macca's Train Journey, yeah. So on the 17th of December 2020, this was before lockdown and everything. There's an age we don't remember. But I uploaded Macca's train video, which was basically just photos and videos from a train trip that I went on. And it's the first one that I remember going on. I actually have a memory of another train trip I went on, but this was my first big train adventure, I guess my first big adventure, and I'm actually planning on going on another one at the end of this year, probably. I like to take trips every now and again because it's nice, traveling's fun. I uploaded a highlight video from me and my friend's year 10 hike. I uploaded a Discord video. That was funny. And I also uploaded a video that has an interesting concept behind it. And it's called The Interview Room. And it was basically, I would be playing a different character, interviewing someone else. And it was Mackenzie. It was Mackenzie. So it was basically me talking to myself, but in a different accent or like a different voice. And that was funny. And that went on for 16 minutes. It was an interesting concept, and I think I tried to bring it back, maybe. Or I tried to make it a recurring, idea. But nah, that didn't really work. That was uploaded on the 23rd. On the 23rd, 23rd of January. On the 23rd of January, I also uploaded my Half-Life 2 video, which was playing Half-Life 2 16 years after it released. Fun fact, I believe I was born in the same year as Half-Life 2 was released, so that's fun. Also on the 13th of January, I released a bunch of early things and bloopers for the YouTube algorithm, the short film that I made, and it's very interesting to, have these all here and to kind of see, them all, on the 26th of January... That date irritates me. That is a significant date in my life. Not the year, but just 26th of January. And no, I will not explain why. But on the 26th of January 2020, I uploaded a video. I uploaded a video titled Five Nights at Freddy's: The Fazbear Records Series 1 Part 1. And it was basically an audio kind of adventure, like a short audiobook. It was 8 minutes long, and I actually think it was pretty cool. I used a lot of it was kind of, I guess, my first introduction to sound engineering and stuff and sound editing, and it was kind of what paved the way for what would eventually become what was left later that year. It was quite cool. Yeah, it was quite cool. I'm quite happy with that. I might need to go back and have another look at it. On the 7th of February 2020, I did a long-awaited 8th part of the Stanley Parable voiced by Mackenzie. That was pretty good. I was pretty happy with that. On the 8th of February, I was trying to I was trying to cash in on school timers and stuff. In school, when we had to sit for like 10 minutes to do like 10 minutes of silent reading or like 10 minutes of an activity, the teacher would put like a 10-minute timer video on the screen in the class and then just do that. I just put up a video of just a 10-minute timer, and it was that's pretty much just it. That's just it. I'm not quite sure what just a video is. There's a video here titled Just a Video. These are all videos that I have to go back and have a look at. There's a video on Boris and the Dark survival gameplay. Does that say I can't get past the first level? On the 17th of February, I released the third part of the Beginner's Guide voiceover. On the 24th of February, I released a very interesting video titled Please ? And it was basically a continuation of the story from the YouTube algorithm, and basically teasing that there's some bigger story that's going to come into play. I don't think I actually said it in the video or ever, but that's basically what the idea of that video was. That's what that was. It was around this time that I made a really cool friend, EC. I don't know if he wants me to use his online name, but I'm gonna use his online name rather than his real name, because I haven't talked to him in ages and I don't know how comfortable he is with that. But, you know, EC, that's fine. Yeah, I did a collaboration with EC for EC's channel. Yeah, and it was pretty cool. We basically just talked about FNAF theories. The fifth part of my Beginner's Guide voiceover came out on the 1st of March. And this was... Wait, no. When was it that we went into lockdown? When was it? 23rd of March. That's when I made a video about lockdown. Yeah, so we didn't go into lockdown until 23rd of March, and there are still a bunch of videos that I uploaded in that time. On the 3rd of March, I announced a new project that me and EC were going to be working on. It was going to be a short film basically continuing on the YouTube algorithm and kind of paving the way for this story that I was going to tell. By the way, this story was basically just a rip-off of Markiplier's like characters and his universe and stuff. I made a green screen video for the first time, which was pretty cool. Yeah. I had a look at the Silver Eyes graphic novel, and I did the final part of the Beginner's Guide voiceover, and I also did a cover of Turn Back from the song from the game, which was pretty cool. You know, I mean, I'm not happy with it, but you know, it's there. On the 21st of March, I released one of my biggest videos to date. Almost one of my biggest videos, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe News. This was basically just me reading out an email that I got from Crows regarding the development of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Also announcing that the original Stanley Parable would be free on the Epic Games Store for the week. That was uploaded back in 2020. I feel like that week has long passed since then. But to this day, it has it has a little bit under 9,000 views, 47 comments, and 201 likes. So that's pretty good. On that same day, I also uploaded a teaser trailer for me and EC's project. I also uploaded something that was a bit different. Cooking with Mackenzie H. And it wasn't really cooking, it was me just making toasted sandwiches. It was an interesting thing, and that's one of the videos that I'm putting in a new tab to watch later. On the 23rd, I said that you know, we wouldn't be able to work on the film since we were going into a level 3 lockdown. And I did a bunch of other things. And then on the 1st of April, which is actually the anniversary of the channel, I did a Mackenzie H's 2-year highlights, which is a compilation of some of my moments from the last 2 years. And I also did a teaser for Project MHEC2, which was the film that me and EC were working on. So basically what it is my online initials, Mackenzie H, MH, his online name, EC, and then 2 would basically just be saying, this is my second film. This is continuing on from the story of the other thing. I did a couple of other things. I did a few memes, to be honest. I did a couple of memes, and those were pretty funny. Yeah. And on the 8th of April, I uploaded the Stanley Parable voiced by Mackenzie Part 9, which actually featured a voice actress I would work with for a little while afterwards, called Hello Kitty at the time. I think she goes by Cat VA now, but at the time she was her online name was Hello Kitty. So that was cool. Yeah. I eventually I did a bunch of other videos as well. And this was the time, like, we were in lockdown, so I just gave up studying and just made a bunch of fucking videos. So that was fun. I was quite happy with that. It was all cool. Was there anything significant I did in this time? I'm trying to find out. I'm sure there was, but I think I'd rather know for sure. Yep, okay, so there were a couple of things that I did. In April 2020, I took part in that year's 48-hour film competition, which basically, in our little bubble, in our lockdown, we had to create a film in 48 hours. We were given we were given a theme, and a couple of things that we needed to work with or incorporate into the film. And it was really fun, you know? I was quite happy with that. I actually might give it another go, maybe to do like a week where I have like nothing on and just give it another go, because I might make something really good. But that was pretty cool. I was quite happy with that. On the 16th, on the 20th of April, I uploaded a cover of a Dorco and CG5 song. It was alright, you know. It wasn't perfect, but, you know, it was there. I did a bunch of other things. I made a couple meme videos. There was a video called The 1 Second Delay. It looks like it was just 9 versions of the same video played in one window, 1 second apart. I got another YouTuber to help me out on the audio project I was working on at the time, Dan Seibert, who runs That Seibert channel, and turns out is also actually head editor for Game Theory, which is pretty cool. I got him to help out with an audio project I was working on. You may not have heard of it. You may not have heard me talk about it over and over again. But that was pretty cool. He was a little cameo in that, and I was quite proud of that. And during this whole time, I was kind of telling this story about I was telling a story using 2 characters, well, 2 things, 2 key ideas. This blue Fitbit box that I really liked and I just had. And it was a whole mystery of what was inside the box. But it was also this character, which was basically a darker me, like an alternate me. Basically Darkiplier, but for me. And it was kind of stupid, but it was cool trying to tell this story that I wasn't even sure I knew where it was going. I also made a couple of experimental edits using new features from the video editing engine. There was also a couple of things I like to call improv skits, which was quite cool, you know? Yeah, it's quite cool. I'm very happy with that. Yeah. 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 I was quite happy with that. Those were quite fun to do. Mother's Day. Mother's Day was an interesting day in 2020 because I celebrated Mother's Day by streaming on Twitch for the first time, playing Five Nights at Freddy's fan games. I turned it into a highlights video, which was actually a pretty good video. I'm quite happy with that, but like, I spent a lot of time working on that video because the engine kept crashing. Yeah, Clipchamp wasn't as optimized back then as it is now. That's another video I have to check out. I made a couple more FNAF memes. Yeah, I did 2 Twitch streams where I read the entirety of the B-movie script, and it took me combined about 2 hours and 10 minutes, which is pretty cool. A couple of improv skits, and then on the 20th of May, I uploaded a video titled Day-to-Day Life for Mackenzie H. Now, this video is quite important because it's a quite important video because this was actually a very cool short film that I made for a short film competition that was locally held. So during lockdown, the Youth Trust for my town, they did a short film competition where we basically had to make like a kind of vlog kind of thing, or like a short film basically telling people what it's like in our day-to-day life during quarantine, or day-to-day life in our bubble, as everyone was calling it. And it was pretty cool. I ended up submitting this like almost 7-minute short film, and I ended up winning. I ended up winning with a grand total of $150, which up until recently, like a couple of months ago, was the single biggest payday of my life, which is pretty cool. You know, I either spent the money on Five Nights at Freddy's books or Funko Pops or collectibles, which was just the main thing that I was buying with my money then. So yeah, that was all right. Looks like at the end of May, we started to come out of lockdown, which was pretty cool. I did a couple of more videos. I hit 2,000 views around about that time. I also hit 50 subscribers on the 30th of May. I think it was the 30th of May, which doesn't seem like a lot of people, especially considering the fact that we now have 8 billion people on this planet. But if you think about it, 50 people is still quite a lot of people. I mean, have a look in your bedroom. You probably couldn't fit 50 people in there unless you live in a clown car. I'm just full of colorful analogies, aren't I? I made a timeline guide for the timeline I was creating. And I said that part 2 is going to be getting there in 2 weeks of me uploading the first video. That never happened. There's never been a part 2. I did a Dorko crying green screen. So you know the famous Five Nights at Freddy's meme where Dorko cries after beating 50-20 mode on Ultimate Custom Night. I basically did a green screen video of that where I took just basically a green image and then put it on every other thing except for his face cam, and it has 4,370 views and 209 likes. That's quite funny. I did a couple. I actually did a I did a couple more FNAF things. I did on the 1st of June. I uploaded what would be, unbeknownst to me, my most viewed video on my channel, and it's mind blowing, especially considering the fact that I don't really care about it now. So It's the Five Nights at Freddy's 1, 2, and 3 phone guide calls, except it's just the uhs and ums. It's 1 minute and 19 seconds long. And it's still public. It has, to this date, 24,203 views, 104 comments, and all of them are just me when and just memes. It has a 99.9% like ratio of 1,857 likes to 1 dislike. I haven't actually looked at the stats. I will need to look at the stats for that video. Can I do that? I might be able to do it, but I'll have to open it up as a separate video. I've got a lot of videos that I need to go back and watch later. On the 1st of June, I made a video basically saying that we were moving houses. On the 6th of June, I made a video in the new house. And it was pretty cool, you know? This new house was very cool. It was a rent house, so we weren't going to stay there for long because we were just waiting for the people who were in the house that we were going to move to next while they were moving out. So it was just a temporary thing. We ended up staying there through the winter in a rent house with wooden floors and no insulation. It was freezing cold all of the time. We had a big heater on a pole in the corner of the room. The daily routine would be we'd get up, we'd turn that on immediately, and then make our breakfast. It was quite funny. Yep. I did a couple more things, a couple more streams, and that was all pretty cool. I beat my own high score on Ultimate Custom Night a few times, and I made a couple of videos about my reactions to that. That was pretty cool. I did the Ultimate Custom Night Mr. Hippo Deathlines, voiced by Mackenzie. I premiered it, and it was 11 minutes. It was almost 12 minutes long. I did a couple of analog Five Nights at Freddy's things, like VHS tapes and like audio recordings and stuff. They were pretty cool. I did a couple of creepy videos for my story. And I had a video where me and a friend of mine reacted to a Twitch clip that he made, which was pretty cool. Yeah. It was really cool. I uploaded No, which was funny. I really like No, because it basically came from the fact that the phrase send nudes was kind of, I guess the only way I can describe it is tattooed into the side of the skate park. It was just send nudes. I got my friend to start recording. I leaned into it and said, no. And then that's how it started. And then we just kept going. And like everyone else would like, oh, jeez. Yeah, and then we kept going. And like all of my other friends who were with me just recorded a bit where they would do something and then say no. And then we'd all come together around the send nudes and just say no. And it was quite funny. There was also behind the scenes of No plus extra clips where we recorded some other things. Me Fortnite dancing was one of them, and that was quite funny. Nothing that much important happened. I brought back the box story that I was working on. On the 11th of July, 2020, I uploaded the What Was Left trailer. And then on the 20th of July, I uploaded the prologue chapter of What Was Left. Now, what's interesting, well, not very interesting, but what's cool about this is that the whole story of What Was Left was inspired by the Five Nights at Freddy's book. And it was pretty cool. I was quite happy with that, because it made for an interesting story, and it was very cool. I was quite happy with that, but I also wanted to make it so that all of the chapters would be released a couple of months before Five Nights at Freddy's 6-year anniversary? That doesn't seem right. Hold on just a minute. Let me see if that's right. I need to check if that's right. I need to check. I need to check. Let me check. Was it 6 years? 6 years? 6 years. It was 6 years. Actually, all of the chapters were uploaded a week before. They were uploaded a week before the Five Nights at Freddy's 6-year anniversary, which is pretty cool. Even before I released the 5th and final chapter, I had already started working on a new project. I teased a new project that would be coming out on Halloween. It never worked. It never happened. Yeah. I did a couple of other things. I did the Five Nights at Freddy's 6-year anniversary special. But what was cool about that video was the fact that that was the day that me and my family moved into the new house. And it was pretty cool, you know? We lived in that house for about 2 years. That doesn't seem right. No, that's right. 2 years. We lived in that house for 2 years. We lived in it for a while before. And yeah, we've now moved out of that house. And it was pretty cool. But it's always going to be funny that the 8th of August is going to be that date. Also on the 8th of August, I did a video of me playing the Hunger Games simulator. It was pretty cool. One of my favorite, there were a couple of my favorite phrases in there, a couple of my favorite auto-generated things that happened. One of them is the thumbnail, and it's just a screenshot that says, Sans Undertale dies of dysentery. So it was quite funny. There's a video of me and my friend Miller playing golf, and a short film just titled Moving. It was quite confusing. There was a video about my new setup, and the thumbnail is just a picture with just the big fucking font on it that says desk. Nothing else, just desk. Yeah. I beat another Ultimate Custom Night thing, and I also did a remastered of a Stanley Parable voiceover video for the first time in a while. Yep, I did another teaser for the Halloween thing that never happened. I did the Magic Good Hat commercial, the Magic Good Hat advertisement. I uploaded that on the 21st of August. That is one of my favorite videos. I don't know why it's privated, but that is one of my favorite videos because it's so fucking funny. And it's where I introduced the character Man Manson. And that is also where I got the idea for another character that I could basically just retcon into the series called Joel Manson. And we'll get back to him later because there's a video on him a little bit later here. I did a couple of other videos. I said I was going to be taking a break and then cancelled Project MHGC2 from before. Yeah. I said I'd return in September, mid-September. I did. It was pretty cool. I uploaded some behind the scenes from the What Was Left interviews with the cast. I uploaded a film that me and a friend made for media studies. It's not really that good, but, you know, it's something. There was another kind of skit called The Closet. There were a couple of other things. I started teasing a new project, which was alright, you know. It was cool. It's not cool anymore. It's not cool. Data is currently unavailable for some videos. As a result, the displayed information may not be accurate. Retrying in 10 seconds. No, shut up. I don't care if it's accurate. It just has to work. On the 20th of September, the Joel Manson advertisement. Wow, what a wonderful shut up. What a wonderful video that was. The Joel Manson advertisement. That is where I properly introduced the world to Joel Manson, who is the father of Man Manson from the Magic Good Hat commercial. And I actually retconned him so Joel Manson would be the voice from the Ridiculous Stanley Parable commercial and the Magic Good Hat commercial. And then he starred in the Joel Manson advertisement, which is almost 19 minutes long. I find that quite funny. I've lost the thing. I found the thing I lost. Just give me one quick second. I've been saying that at work all day. It's driving me a bit mad. Yeah, so the Joel Manson advertisement. I don't know why. But I made this character's story as tragic as possible, and I have no clue why. I basically just sat down for 18 minutes and spitballed. There was a bit about his father dying, and I believe he drove into a school. On his way back from a job interview, he got beaten up, and they actually left him money. Which is quite funny, but it's good to know. And he was also living in his mum's basement, renting it out. It's funny. I created this horrible backstory for this unpopular character, and now I've unofficially brought him back to basically be a fake manager and like run this fake like kind of whole thing that I have. Like, I think I mentioned this in a different thing, but I've put Joel Manson down. Joel Manson is the character who sells you Your City Made Me Boring, my first album. Your City Made Me Boring. He sells you that in the album commercial. There was going to be a road trip commercial as well, but then that album bombed so fucking hard. It was the worst one. Yeah, it was quite funny because now Joel Manson is basically running my whole advertising thing. This fake character that I play and that I created is basically running my whole company. It's basically running my whole like brand, and it's so funny to think of his tragic upbringing. I uploaded a couple more memes, a couple more voiceover videos, and then on the what date was it? On the 27th of September, I hit 100 subscribers. And I did an hour and 41 minute long video, which is basically just the best of Mackenzie H. And you know what's funny? I spent a good couple of hours working on the thumbnail. I spent a good couple of days working on the video because it kept crashing. My computer kept dying trying to export it. There were so many issues with it. I did a interesting thing called Mackenzie H versus Cub Scouter, or better known as Kyle. He was known as Cub Scouter at the time, but is Kyle. Where basically someone pointed out that after I hit 100 subscribers, me and Kyle had a similar amount, and so I basically challenged him to a fake fight, and he went along with the joke. And then I made a 4.5 minute video, which is quite funny. I did a couple of green screen things. I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's every single text asset in Clipchamp as of the 15th of October 2020. I don't know why I did that. Yep. On the 15th of October, I was still advertising something for the Project 311020. Which is basically the Halloween thing. It was going to be a Halloween video instead of like scariest moments, which wasn't really that scary, but oh well, it happened. I did a couple more videos. I did a birthday stream, which didn't go too well, but then this video was recorded on a 2010 telecom phone I found, which was inspired directly from Dangpod's video on recording a video using an iPod Nano camera, and it was fucking funny. But I basically did a video of me going through what my friends called the Johnny Cash stash, which was basically a case filled with CDs, like Johnny Cash CDs. Because this was at a time where I was a serious listener to Johnny Cash. Yeah, I uploaded a thing called How I Became a Famous YouTuber in the Future But Not Yet film trailer, which was made on my friend's iPad. Just using iMovie, and I try to make it as fucking funny as possible, and it's great. I love it. I did a couple of other things. I was going to do a choose your own adventure thing for the end of the year, but that never worked out. I did a couple more VR things, and then I voiced in Among Us animations. This is when Among Us was at its like peak of popularity, back when everyone was playing it. It was cool, you know? It was cool. And I was in a couple of Among Us, and I voiced in a couple of Among Us animations. I think they've all been taken down now, but, you know, that's cool. I destroyed my old phone. I teased a project. I uploaded a voiceover video. I'm glossing over a lot of things that I did in 2020, but that's purely because a lot of things happened that time, and I'm just not going through them all. I got a new phone. I did a couple more things. I released the Wise Guy cover of Ring of Fire. That's pretty funny. Yeah. So yeah, it's a whole thing that I made from 2019, and I'm not going to go into explanation with it. On the 30th of November, I uploaded Okay, I Found a Way Worse Phone to Record On, which is a direct sequel to the other one, where I basically recorded an entire video on the updated Johnny Cash stash using a flip phone from 2018, and that was way funny because it's way worse than the 2010. There's 8 years apart between the two phones. I did a couple more things. I uploaded a cover, which was the first, and I don't know. I don't know if I might upload that same cover again, but that's staying private for as long as I need it to. I did a couple more meme videos. I voice acted in a VR game, which was kind of fucking cool. It was a student thing, but a student was looking for a voice in his VR game, and so I got a part. I got a part as the tram system. I haven't played the VR game yet. It's something that I need to do before I die. Yeah, I did a couple of cool things, a couple of awesome things, and then 2021 rolled around, and by February, mid-February, I think it was mid-February. Let me double check just to make sure. Yeah, by about mid-February, I stopped uploading, I guess. On the 10th of April, I uploaded Mackenzie H at the Nest Live, which was a video from my first public performance at an open mic, just 4 or 5 months, I believe, 4 or 5 months after I got my first guitar and I started playing. It was pretty interesting, but that basically marked the end of the channel. It marked the end of it for regular uploads, or like the old style, because then I started to lean more into music. I released the What Was Left 1 year anniversary special. I released a homemade music video for I'm Sorry Boris. And then on the 27th of August, I released my sort of live album, which was an interesting concept. I've talked about it a couple of times, I think. But I'm probably going to do that again. And then I did my big the Mackenzie H show live stream, which was 2.5 hours long. And then that was it. That marks the end of the channel, because once I finished that live stream, a couple of weeks later, I created Mackenzie H Music. And that's kind of what started all this. Mackenzie H Music was basically what started this whole thing that I've got going on now, and it's what's continued this to be like, it's what's made Mackenzie H a brand, because I used to be just a fucking cringy YouTuber. At least that's what I was calling myself. But now, like, I've expanded and I've found something that I'm good at and that I'm really good at and then people like. And it's cool. A lot of people don't know this because I didn't publicly announce it, but on the 25th of November, one day before I turned 18 years old, I uploaded a video on Mackenzie H just titled Hi. And it was basically a 20-minute video of me talking about where I was for the past year. And it was an interesting video, looking at the comparing the live stream to Hi is such a big gap. Is such a big gap. You can see that I was using the same microphone. It was so interesting. It was so funny. But yeah, it flopped, of course. Not that many people watch Mackenzie H anymore. No one does. And on the 1st of April this year, I uploaded It's Been 5 Years. Basically me saying this channel has turned 5 years old. I did have plans to rename Mackenzie H as old Mackenzie H channel, and I would turn Mackenzie H music into just Mackenzie H, but no, I don't think I will, because even though Mackenzie H is fully dead, like it's not coming back except for like a couple of misc videos that'll be uploaded probably, even though Mackenzie H is dead and it's never coming back, it's still a big part of my history, because there are a couple of elements in there that I borrowed from that I used in Mackenzie H music. The border design, the border design of my thumbnails and album covers, that was from some of the later thumbnails that I had. That Mackenzie H logo, that MH, that not a lot of people know about now. Well, no, that's false. The diamond outline of the Mackenzie H music icon, which is just the microphone that I have, and then the outline, the diamond, that's from the Mackenzie H logo. That's from the old Mackenzie H logo, and I actually might bring that back as like my official logo, because I'm proud of that logo. I made it like over 5 years ago. Like probably 6 years ago in primary school, and it was just M and an H over top of each other, and it looks really nice. I might like redesign it and like reuse it because it's pretty cool. But yeah, that's it. Mackenzie H is done. It's dead. The old channel is gone and it's never coming back. I know I say I'm a whore for nostalgia, but like 2020 is one of the like simpler times in my life, I guess, because I didn't need to think much, you know? It was my first year of NCAA. I wasn't too worried. But now, like, a couple years on from that, like, I'm 18. I'm considered to be an adult. And that's fucking... It's weird. It's weird to think about that in 3 years, I went from making dumb, funny videos. Well, not funny, but I went from making dumb videos for the internet to like where I am now, which is actually like, you know, it's hard to describe. So, we're at the end of the second season of And Stuff Like That. Yeah. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been having a think about where I want to go with this next season. And I've decided that I came to a realization that as time goes on, I'm just going to get busier and busier. I'm working most days of the week, and the days when I'm not working, I'm hanging out with friends. And from this point, it's just going to be even tougher because I'm going to be working on 3 albums before the end of the year, and a 4th one next year, and an EP, and it's all an EP and a single this year, and it's just all going to be hectic. So I've had a long, hard think, and I reckon that I'm going to do one more season of the podcast, and then I'm going to hang up the hat, and I'm going to call it. Yeah. And I'm doing this because I've continuously proved to myself that I can't keep up with the schedule. No matter how hard I try this, I'm always forgetting about the podcast until the very last minute or until a little bit afterwards. And so I reckon, and I'm also just quitting because I've run out of ideas, to be honest. I've run out of things to talk about. This marks the end of the media season. And it's great because I know what the next and final season of the podcast is going to be, and it's just going to be music. Me nerding out about music. I've got a couple of topics that I want to talk about, but in the meantime, I've got 4 weeks to think of any topics that I need to fill the gaps with. So, this is going to be a 4-week break. Let me check my calendar to see when I'm going to be returning, because I need to make a reminder for that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's looking like 6th of May. Yep, so I will be returning on the 6th of May to talk about music. I'm just going to be nerding out on music for like 12 weeks. And it's going to be really cool. But for now, we need to do the final song of the season. And it's a song that I wanted to do for a little bit. And it's actually a song that is very popular on TikTok, but it's also hold on. It's also a solo project from one of the members of my favorite band, Los Campesinos. This is called September by Sparky Deathcap. Suntan tells stories in the shape of the white snitch's fat man in tropical climes. Now you tell me you've been fucking somebody new, and that I should have known for a while. Watching the starlings as autumn draws in, as they make ghosts across London fields. And I would have moved out there to be with you. I would have moved out there for real. Saw a choir of golden angels wearing matching rucksacks as they obscure the view to your train. And I'm sorry if it seems like I'm rambling here. Wanna see the way the skin splits round his bones, and the gurgling head in your lap, and the arms of the crowd as they pull me away in the mud and the blood in the grass. When we scraped our bones together, we got fire. When we scraped our bones together, we got fire. When we scraped our bones together, scraped our bones together. We are fire. Thank you all very much for listening to me talk about things that you probably don't care about for the past 12 weeks. I'll be back in 4 more weeks to talk about music. And then after that, that's the end of And Stuff Like That. Thank you all very much for listening, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.